huge part of my Jewish identity is the culture I have embraced, specifically the food. In my family, meals bring us together at every holiday, whether that be in the preparation or sitting down to eat together. I grew up with a family that encouraged me to step outside my comfort zone in the kitchen, which has sparked my passion for baking. I feel my Jewish identity is just like the dessert recipes I'm so familiar with following at every Jewish holiday. In a dessert, you start with individual ingredients, most of which cannot be eaten by itself, and combine them to create a delicious treat. In this sense, each person in my extended family is like an individual ingredient. Each ingredient is unique and necessary to the recipe, and without it, the desserts would not come out right. Just like each member of my family is necessary for a successful holiday celebration. Growing up in a Jewish home, my grandparents, in specific, have always encouraged the importance of being with family as often as possible, and food helps us do just that. Most times even, it is the preparation of all these meals with my mom, sisters, and extended family that is the best part of these celebrations. I have learned so much about my family background and Judaism from these small moments in my life. I have also been able to apply all that I have learned in my own home when cooking in Hebrew school or at other temple events. While the food brings us all together, it is the memories I have associated with these meals that have shaped what it means to me to grow up in a Jewish home with a Jewish family.
This past summer, I had the chance to travel across the country for 6.5 weeks through USY, a Jewish youth group. I went to almost 40 states by traveling only on one bus with 40 other Jewish teens from all across America. Every weekend, when we would celebrate Shabbat, our bus would be in a new place in the country. We had many traditions created in order to make services meaningful. For example, for the Aleinu, a tradition was created where we would all stand up and do a dance. In Adon Olam, we created different and fun tunes to sing along to every week. As we made our way through the country, I began to appreciate my life and my religion even more than I did before. When we were in Arizona, our bus woke up at 4 a.m. to hike the Grand Canyon. However, before we hiked, we all lined up on top of the canyon in the pitch black. As the sun rose, we had a service. Within the hour, the sky turned into a beautiful scenery right in front of us. As I made my way through America, I collected stickers from places and decorated my siddur with it. Now my entire siddur is covered with stickers, and it will always remind me of the summer and the places I went. This teen tour affected me deeply as I made new best friends and gained a greater appreciation for the rituals and customs of Judaism. As I explored new places, I had the chance to still pray and relate to Judaism every week. Thanks to my teen tour, I will forever remember the people, places, and the impact that being Jewish has on me.
During my 8th grade year, I was able to attend one of Musi's chapter events. The event was called Sports Night, and I encouraged a few of my friends to join me. My brother convinced me to attend this certain event because it involved sports. I vividly remember when I walked inside the Chai building, I was greeted by such nice, caring, and joyful people who welcomed me with open arms. My ability to feel welcome once I walked in gave me a sense of belonging within the chapter. Throughout the event, I was able to meet new people, talk about my connections with Judaism, and of course, have fun playing sports, in which I enjoy. When the event ended, I knew one thing, and that was I belonged here. I love this organization, and it made me feel special. An organization that can be described as one full of love and passion. When I joined USY, my personality towards the organization was full of negativity. I felt beforehand that this certain organization would not fit my desires and would give me the inability to make an impact within my community. I was seeking an organization to join and where I can find my own identity within. However, I did not see that certain potential within the walls of USY. My personality towards the organization as a whole was below standard and I had no interest in joining. Before entering the USY community, I was a shy adolescent. A person who dissembled his love for Judaism and was seeking for deeper connections, however, was unable to find any. However, after my brother convinced me to join that certain 9th and 8th grade, my feelings regarding USY changed dramatically. Through my first 2 years in USY, I've been able to connect with Jewish people on a different level and reflect our views about certain situations. From attending conventions to encampment, the amount of fun is endless and has allowed me to call USY a second home. A home full of connections, friendships, and love. I've been able to understand the real meaning behind Judaism and the connections that I made, which are amazing. It is surely great to see people come together with such love and support. The USY community is so welcoming, full of people who have a desire to express themselves and spread positivity among society. The friends I've made in USY will certainly be my friends for life. They are always there for me and always put a smile on my face. One of the best parts about USY is services at conventions. Hundreds of proud USYers praying together in unity is an amazing scene and has allowed me to connect with Judaism on a deeper level. Finding myself within the walls of USY has been an amazing experience, and I'm happy to say that I've been able to find my own deeper meaning, a deeper meaning full of love and passion. Overall, USY is surely a special organization, and I'm proud to say that I love being a part of it. Thank you.
Judaism has always been a part of my identity as I keep kosher in my home, light Shabbat candles on Friday night, and clear out chametz for Passover. But I guess my formal Jewish education began at Mommy and Me at Temple Sinai in Tenafly, New Jersey, followed by preschool at Temple Beth Am in Aberdeen, and then Hebrew school at Marlborough Jewish Center. After my bar mitzvah in May of 2017, I knew that I loved the Jewish religion, but wasn't quite sure how to continue with religion in my life. I walked into my first BBYO meeting in 8th grade and felt right at home. I truly felt a commonality with so many people in the room. Many quickly went from acquaintances to friends to my brother Olive's. We have used BBYO as an outlet to meet so many new people in Marlborough, but it has allowed me to meet other Jewish teens in New Jersey. This past February, I had the great opportunity to attend BBYO's International Convention in Dallas, Texas, where I was able to meet over 5,000 Jewish teens in attendance from around the world. My favorite part of the convention was meeting so many new people with the same passion as me. Through social media, I've been able to keep in touch with this wonderful network of friends that I have made through BBYO. As a 16-year-old, I now truly understand why being Jewish is so special.
Being a part of USY has enhanced my Jewish identity. When I first started going to USY events, I was immediately submerged into an extremely welcoming and fun Jewish community. Of course, as anyone would be, I was a little nervous to go because I did not know many people there. However, as soon as I stepped foot into my first event, I felt so comfortable with the other USYers because of the environment of the organization. Feeling like I could be myself and being able to relate to everyone around me just by being Jewish helped me to appreciate my religion even more. USY gives me a space to embrace my Judaism with others who can relate to me. Not only does the organization allow me to truly be myself, but it teaches me how to appreciate my religion while also giving me lifelong best friends and memories. I look forward to every USY event there is, whether it be a chapter event or a regional event, because I know that no matter what we do, I will have fun as everyone there is your best friend. As a teenager, these bonds are vital in order to grow and learn. And having these people by my side throughout high school helps me to connect with Judaism on a greater level. As each of my friends have their own different perceptions of what Judaism means to them, we are all able to share these connections with each other in order to learn even more. I'm so grateful for having the opportunity to create these bonds while simultaneously learning about myself and how to embrace my Judaism along the way.
Alright. When I started volunteering at the nursing home in Madison Crossing, I wasn't thrilled at all. It was really hard for me to connect with my own great-grandparents whenever I visited them, so talking to people the same age as them was not going to be an easy task for me. But I remember talking to a lady about her past in Brooklyn, where there's quite obviously a lot of Jews. She said that there was a lot of anti-Semitism at the time, but when she was in Brooklyn with her Jewish friends and family, she felt safe. She would go to school and be called a kike and a heeb by her peers, but when she went home for Shabbat every Friday night, that's where she felt safest. I then realized how privileged I am to be living in a town that is made up with Jews, where I could feel comfortable with who I am and be able to practice Judaism without any sense of worry or uneasiness. I have talked to many more of the nursing home residents, and each of their stories is about their Jewish family or their Jewish pride. It was really nice to see that even if they were 80, 90, and sometimes 100, they still had their Judaism to take comfort in. It was really rewarding to see that no matter how old you may be or how much you've lost, you will always have a place to come home to, and it's our religion. No matter how much our religion has gone through, it will always remain with us.
Tuesday, October 19th. This is a date. As some will remember, it was Yom Kippur, one of the holiest days within our community, and yet this Yom Kippur in particular was special to me. It was my first time fasting as a Jewish adult. I recall waking up at 8 in the morning for services, as I would any other Yom Kippur, and yet this one felt different. I felt a stronger feeling of religion and passion during my prayers. The holiday and one of the holiest days on the Jewish calendar left me with not only a good experience, but an understanding of a value that will follow me throughout life. To right our wrongs, we must make sacrifices. On Yom Kippur, that sacrifice is the sacrifice of comfort and technology. We, as a people, starve to repent for what we did the prior year. Even in day-to-day examples, such as sacrificing pride to admit a mistake. This value is one that I truly believe is applicable throughout all stages of life and one that is necessary. To do the right thing, sacrifices are often made. The value of sacrifice in return for forgiveness is one that was taught to me by my first true Yom Kippur, and one that leaves the experience of my first Yom Kippur as one that stands out as a memory within the Jewish community.
Throughout my life, I have been surrounded by many Jewish experiences that have played an important role in shaping the person I am. Some of the most important experiences involve my family. My family and I always have a Shabbat dinner every Friday night and host holidays such as Passover with friends. These experiences teach Jewish values and traditions that I continue to use in my everyday life. Every year, I also volunteer to deliver food during the holidays. Our community has always had a positive impact on each other, and I believe that it is important to give back, especially during the holidays. Most recently, I have been assisting in the Hebrew school as a madricha. Since Hebrew school is the beginning of many students' Jewish journey, I wanted to share my knowledge and education with younger students. By sharing my past experience, I hope to influence others to do the same. I continue to be affected by Jewish experiences every day. I plan to continue learning more Jewish values throughout my lifetime.
The Jewish experience that has affected me most greatly was joining USY, more specifically my first ever USY convention during the fall of 2019. I was so excited to finally go to this convention because I had missed every one of freshman year. I had attended many USY events before, but never a full convention due to my commitment to dance. Even though I had never been to a convention, I already had made so many amazing USY friends because my home friends had always included me and introduced me to them. Although I had this group of friends, I still made so many amazing new friends from all over New Jersey. The convention was beyond all of my expectations, even though I snuck out to go to dance, and was one of the best weekends of my life. I learned new ways to pray and to actually enjoy services even more. At first, I was a beat behind on some of the choreography for some of the songs, but I did not mind. I was just happy to be a part of the experience. The environment of the convention was so warm and welcoming, and I really knew I belonged there from the moment I arrived. Yes, the convention was here at the main sanctuary and the high building, but I felt like I was far away from home and was able to escape and enjoy myself for 3 whole days. My first USY convention was an experience I will never forget and will cherish the memories in my heart forever. My only regret is that I hadn't gone sooner, missing out on 3 conventions of freshman year.
Living in a Jewish home is all about traditions for me. From the mezuzah on my doors to the Shabbat candles on the counter, it is a constant reminder of my Jewish identity. I've been taught since I was very young how important it is to be a Jew and being proud of my Jewish upbringing. My family attends temple often, and we love celebrating major life events. They have become more special to me as I have grown up and gotten older. Seeing my family and friends become bar and bat mitzvahs and taking place on the bima is amazing for me to see. Getting ready and celebrating holidays with my family are the best. My parents' traditions are all around us. My great-great-grandmother's Kiddush cup and my grandmother's candlesticks are so special for my family and I to see when they come out. Listening to the stories has always put a smile on my face. The stories that are told around the table bring out the connection I have with my ancestors in the past, which brings all of us closer as Jews. I'm looking forward to continuing these traditions for many years to come.